Yeah, I had a lot of suicidal thoughts. I felt like nothing was going right for me. Everything that I did, I could put my best effort, my best foot forward. And to me, I felt like if I was around a group of people, I was bringing them down, that I wasn't adding any benefit to anybody or to anything. Wouldn't it be better for everybody if I wasn't here? My name is Scott. I've grown up in a church world for a really long time. It's something that I've kind of been familiar with for a while, but it's something I've never wanted to dive into. For the first long time, up until a couple years ago, I've been an atheist. I didn't really want to go to church. I was kind of forced to go. It was something that I didn't really want to do. I had no interest in it. I didn't want anything to do with God, didn't believe in him, so there's no point in me wasting one of my 7 days every week going and sitting in a building. All throughout church, I did everything that like you normally would in a church. I went to Sunday school, I went to normal church on Sunday mornings, I would come to youth group on Wednesday nights, but I just never really felt like any of it was, I don't know, I just felt like I was just kind of doing it, like there was no meaning behind it. I came to the conclusion that, there isn't a God, and there's no point in doing anything that revolves around a church. So I just kind of drifted away from that, and I completely stopped doing anything I could that was church related at all. 5 or 6 years ago, we went to Lifepoint. My parents brought me because I was still living with them. The very first week, like everybody there was super nice. They were really friendly, really welcoming, but me just being the person I was very not wanting to be there. But there was this person who came up to me, and his name's Foodie. He was over the production department there, and he was just super nice, super energetic. And for some reason, by the end of our conversation, I had agreed to show up the next Sunday at 5 a.m. to help unload stuff and be a part of the production team. So I was told to go and manage some lights for just turning house lights on and off, and front light on and off, like super basic, easy stuff. And I ended up coming back every Sunday for multiple years as an atheist, just because I wanted to be around the people who were so nice and loving and caring. The main thing that changed in my life was I asked God into my heart, but that was only because the people at Lifepoint were so loving and caring, and one of those people was my wife, Becca. And between me and her, we had a lot of really long conversations that were really impactful and just revolving around like who God is. I was feeling a whole lot of, just being overwhelmed. Beck and I were sitting in my car. We had just finished going out for a drive for a little bit, and so we sat in my car for, probably 3 or 4 hours. I asked her a whole lot of questions about who God was. She answered a ton of them. She didn't know some of them, which was great, and it made it even easier for me to see somebody who was a Christian who didn't have all the answers. I saw that in her, and I wanted that in me. So after talking about more and more topics of everything around God, I asked her to help pray with me so that I can have God in my life, so that I can have the joy and the peace that she and everybody else can have from him. From that night forward, I felt calm and at peace, like I was able to go about my life feeling fulfilled, like I had a purpose. I'm sure there's a lot of people who probably have similar stories and can relate to that, of feeling like there's something empty inside of you, and just open your heart, listen for a quiet voice. You're gonna know when it's God. It's gonna be undeniable, but he cares for you, and he loves you, and he wants the best for you. And just asking him into your heart is gonna be the biggest thing that you ever do. Your whole life's gonna change. You're still gonna struggle. It's not like that's gonna go away, but you're gonna have somebody fighting alongside of you. And that's gonna be the most powerful thing that you can ever have.